study, and she said, Pastor, I got a testimony. And I said, well, I'm always willing to hear a testimony. She said, I can see God moving in my life. She said, I had an issue with somebody that did something that hurt me, and she said, every time I got around that person, my emotions started rising up. And how many know old things pass away when God gets a hold of your life? And so she started talking about how she would get emotional around this person. But when God flips you, God makes the change in your life that nobody else can make but him. She said, I want to praise God right now, because now when I go around this person, I don't have the same emotions that I used to have. I don't get upset. I don't get angry. That's because God has flipped her life, and God has showed her there's better for you out there, my daughter, and I don't need you letting that holding me back from what I'm trying to do in your life. So I'm going to flip your mind. I'm going to flip your emotions. I'm going to flip your heart so that when you go around them, it doesn't bother you like it used to. And now I got even more in store for you. So now God says I can do even greater in your life. How many want God to flip you? Not afraid. Get on your feet right now. If you're tired of thinking negative, somebody shout, flip this house. If you're tired of the same old in your life, somebody shout, flip this house. If you're tired of talking the way you used to talk, somebody shout, flip this house. If you want something new in God, somebody say, flip this house. If you want God to change every area of your life, somebody shout, flip this house. If you want to see God take you into your next destiny, somebody shout, flip this house. Flip this house. When you let him do it, you let God in. Here's the game. You got to let God in so that he can then make the changes that need to be made. Here's what won't happen. Here's what you got to know. As long as you're fighting the change, you won't change. As long as every time God is trying to do something new in you, you want to still do the old you, God going to leave that old you alone. What God says, old things have passed away. Here's the thing. If old things have passed away, that means God is trying to do something new in you. And what some of us got to do is, in order for God to flip our house, he may have to flip some friends. Some folks you're running with you may not be able to run with anymore, because they can't understand where God is trying to take you. If God's going to flip this house, there's some things you can't do anymore. Places you can't go anymore. But that's got to be okay with you if you want what's new in God. Flip this house. Let's give God some praise. Come on, give God some glory.